Happy Thanksgiving to all, including to the radical left lunatics who have worked so hard to destroy our country.
So Kamala Harris, she offered some nice remarks Thanksgiving. Let's check out what Donald Trump and his Thanksgiving wishes were.
Like Donald Trump has posted a message wishing all Americans a happy Thanksgiving while vowing to make America great again when he takes office in January. In true Donald Trump style, he took aim at what he calls the radical left. In a post to Truth Social, the president-elect wrote, "Happy Thanksgiving to all, including to the radical left lunatics who have worked so hard to destroy our country, but who have miserably failed and will always fail because their ideas and policies are so hopelessly bad that the great people of our nation just gave a landslide victory to those who want to make America great again." He went on to assure them that it is going to be okay when he returns to the White House. He wrote, "Don't worry, our country will soon be respected, productive, fair, and strong, and you will be more than ever before proud to be an American."
What do y'all think about that? I think that if he said that maybe 2 years ago, it would be looked at totally different than him saying it now. I really do believe that. If he said it 2 years ago, it would be a lot different than him saying it now. Everything that he's saying about the radical left lunatics, and notice how he said radical left lunatics. He didn't say Democrats. There's something that he's doing there. He didn't say all the liberals. He didn't say the Democrats. He said radical left lunatics. And in my opinion, that was strategic because, like I said, there's a lot of Democrats that are saying the exact same thing. They may not be the loudest voices in the room, but they may be, in my opinion, they're the majority of the Democrats. They're saying we lost the election because y'all are so, the radical left lunatics, we pushed your messaging and we prioritized your agenda, and we lost a lot of people that were moderates that would typically support us. Y'all were pushing all this. You hear about the things, tampons in boys' bathrooms, drag queens reading books to kids in schools, obviously the migrant crisis, all the wars going on, boys playing sports against girls, like all the Democrats, the infighting, in my opinion, has already started, and it's only going to continue. It's only going to continue. We're seeing it on the mainstream platforms. I think that we're even seeing it in a lot of these household conversations. I don't know if we saw it at Thanksgiving. We didn't have any conversations about politics in Thanksgiving. It just didn't even come up. But for a lot of families, I'm actually interested. Matter of fact, for y'all, did politics come up? And did you see a shift in people that were super duper pro Kamala and Tim Walz? Did you see a shift in their thinking and their mindset and their perspective on things? Did you see that shift, or was it them just still standing and trying to rationalize why they made the decision that they made? I'm actually interested to know that. We'll keep going for a minute of this, but then we'll move on to the next video.
People of our nation just gave a landslide victory to those who want to make America great again. He went on to assure them that it is more than ever before. His son, Donald Trump Jr., shared it on X, labeling the post as legendary. And it comes as some on the left of politics are having meltdowns about having to spend time with family members who voted for Donald Trump, and they're calling on others to boycott the holiday.
I just had to set.
So listen to, when you break this down, in my opinion, there's a group that is pushing family, maybe obviously pushing more traditional values. And then there's a group that pushes policies that, in my opinion, push independence, push not having families. And I think that a lot of people are maybe starting to see it that way. And that's why I'm glad that when we show these videos of these lunatics talking about you shouldn't have gone to Thanksgiving dinner with your family members because of who they voted for. Can you imagine? Like, that's the message that's being pushed? To care so much about politics that you're not spending time on one of the biggest days designated to spending time with family. Not about giving gifts on Christmas or whatever holiday that you give gifts on, but just being around family. Listen to how some of these people thought about going into their Thanksgiving. And you tell me, I don't know, is this something that you experienced yesterday now that we're past it? But we'll take a listen.
My first big post-election boundary and say that I am not going to Thanksgiving. It's not in the best interest of my mental health.
You do not need to spend Thanksgiving with your MAGA relatives. You can, in fact, opt out. So this year, I'm doing my own fun Thanksgiving.
I have made the decision for myself, and
Yo, these people look crazy. Like, not even sound crazy. It looks like something's off. Like, they look like, you know what it looks like? Almost, what is it called when people, bodies get taken over by spirits? I forget what it's called. Maybe it's good that I forgot the word. But they just, I 100% actually believe that these people believe that they're fighting a war. Like they really, these people that they're showing, they really feel that they're fighting for a cause that is righteous and just. I really do believe that. I also believe that one of the reasons why they do believe it is because of the propaganda that the Democrats have been pushing, the culture that they've been pushing, the victimhood that they've been pushing. It's like you make people feel so oppressed to now where you have these women that we just are seeing in this video feel like they're taking a stance for humanity by not going to family dinner on Thanksgiving.
my fiance and our child to skip out on family holidays with my family that voted for Trump.
Senior editor at large at Newsweek, Josh Hammer, joined Power Hour for his take.
Of course, I'm not surprised at this. I mean, this is what the left does, Gabrielle. This is what the left does here in America. They take every tradition, they take everything that we have inherited, they take everything that is sacrosanct to who we are as American people, and they seek to trash it and destroy it and say that it is a vestige of white supremacy, or that it has to do with the patriarchy, or that it has to do with xenophobia there. I mean, every single time we seemingly have a holiday here in America, they find some new excuse, they conjure up some new manufactured excuse to just try to trash it and to try to tar and feather their fellow Americans as a bunch of troglodytes if they have the temerity to actually celebrate one of our great national traditions. Look, Thanksgiving was actually originated by President George Washington himself. He did it barely 5 months after he was inaugurated as the first president of the United States. He issued a very famous proclamation on October 3rd, 1789, from the nation's first capital in New York City. It was ultimately about thanking God. That's actually what Thanksgiving was about.
Well, then they should be clear on that. Because I don't share the same view that he shares. And this is why, in my opinion, you have to be a free thinker. There is absolutely, and why you see, this is the problem when things get radicalized. You just start to root for one side or another. In my opinion, there's nothing wrong with addressing what Thanksgiving was about as far as how it was described to us and how we were taught about it. I have no issue with people bringing up some of the horrible things that Christopher Columbus did and people saying like, nah, I'm not with that. I have no problem with that. Trump said he didn't either. Remember, find people on both sides of the argument, whether to take down the statues or not. I understand why people want to keep certain traditional values. I understand why people want to keep Thanksgiving what it is, but it's not the same thing for everybody. Now, I'm also not, maybe not anymore. I told y'all, I used to be the person on Instagram saying like, yo, don't tell me happy Thanksgiving. It is disrespectful to my people. I'll be totally honest. My mom and her family being Native American, like or my family being Native American, that is a triggering type of thing, or it's just disrespectful. It's not even triggering. It just is what it is. You know, when you actually learn about what happened, but it is what it is. I'm here. I'm in America. I'm an American. I'm not taking it to the extent of what those young ladies before he spoke said, but to me that they were talking about two totally different things. I can address the fact that you should just be around family. You shouldn't allow, like addressing the fact that what I'm saying, you shouldn't let politics keep you away from your family is something totally different than criticizing a Thanksgiving holiday, in my opinion. Like it's almost, let me give y'all an example. I feel like sometimes you gotta bring up other groups of people to properly illustrate a point. Let's say that a matter of fact, I'm not even going to bring up a specific group, but if something was I think y'all understand what I'm saying. Christopher Columbus, quote unquote, and I'm actually just picked up this book. I don't know if y'all can see it. Hold on. This Christopher Columbus, The Four Voyages. I don't know why. Yeah, they gave me a messed up copy. But in my opinion, I don't have an issue with us bringing up, Christopher Columbus. I believe that we were indigenous people. I'm one of those people that does not believe that all black people came over on a transatlantic slave trade. I'm one of those people that believe that people had been coming here for a very long time. And even if you read Christopher Columbus's book and his diaries, he clearly says, like, how do you discover something where you're pulling up and people are already there? Like, how did you discover it? Nah, you just conquered it. Yeah, you conquered it. Cool. But you didn't discover it. And to the people that you conquered, clearly they're going to feel some type of way about that. Isn't that what we're seeing between Israel and Palestine? Fighting over land that has claims from thousands of years ago. Right. So clearly, if that's OK to address, then why isn't it OK to address it here with a Thanksgiving holiday? To address the fact, like, OK, we got to, hey, Christopher Columbus, he did some terrible things to the people that were here. A lot of people that are still here. I know we try to make it seem like, none of those people that were living in America were even here. They try to make it seem like they conquered Mars. No, there were actually a lot of people living here, doing just well, having societies, and it was conquered. But neither here nor there. I just wanted to highlight the fact that just because I disagree with the women earlier does not mean that I agree with what he's saying, Josh Hammer. So hey, if it's offensive to you, call it out. But obviously, you don't necessarily have to get to a radical standpoint to where you're not seeing your family because they don't share the same viewpoints as you. So that's the point that I'm making. So Josh, you should write a letter to the Board of Ed, or maybe to the new Board of Ed, and actually have that taught in schools, because that's not how it was taught. So if that's the case, then cool, celebrate that. But obviously, that is not how it was taught to us in school. When the Pilgrims came over and broke bread with the Indians, like, stop it. All right, we're gonna move on because we got a bunch of other videos to show y'all. All right, hold on. Oh, hold on. I forgot I wasn't even showing the video. All right, I'm glad I wasn't showing the video. Good. But I was commenting on. Let me just show y'all what I was commenting on, just so y'all can know.
It was actually really just an ecumenical kind of civic religious day to literally thank the creator of all things for all that we have been given. Frankly,
that's what I was referring to when I said, like, if that was what it was created on, then teach that. That's not what it was taught in school. Like, that's not the story that we learned in school. Josh is aware of that. So let's just keep moving on. It's Dak. Just want to thank you for checking out our video and visiting the OG Network. If you enjoyed the video, please make sure that you give us a like. And if you're looking to join a community of inspired individuals striving for purposeful abundance, subscribe. And if you're feeling real generous, share the video with some friends and family. All right, I'll see y'all soon. Ew.